Our gospel reading comes from Luke's Gospel, chapter 20, verses 27 through 38. Listen for the word of God. Now some Sadducees, those who say there is no resurrection, came to Jesus and asked him a question. Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if a man's brothers died, leaving a wife but no children, the man shall marry the widow and raise up children for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers, and the first married and died childless, and then the second and the third married her, and so on, all the same way, and all 7 died childless. So finally, the woman also died. In the resurrection, therefore, whose wife will the woman be? For 7 had married her. And Jesus said to them, those who belong to this age marry and are given in marriage. But those who are considered worthy of a place are considered, and in the resurrection, let me try that again. But those who are considered worthy of a place in that age and in the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage. Indeed, they cannot die anymore, because they are like angels and are children of God, being children of the resurrection. And that fact, that the dead are raised, Moses himself showed in the story about the bush, where he speaks about the Lord as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Now he is not God of the dead, but of the living, for to him all of them are alive. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Will you pray with me? Gracious God, we ask that you once again will come into our hearts. Help us to understand what your word means to teach us this day. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Have you ever encountered 3D printing? It's a relatively new technology, and it is the coolest thing. I got to see one work for my first time in the library in downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. And it was the coolest thing, and they made these amazing things with a computer and a printer. And apparently, there's one at the Steinbeck Library in the what used to be called the Steinbeck Room. They have the tech center now. There's a 3D printer in there. You can make just about anything with a 3D printer, and every single time it comes out exactly the same. For example, Bill was talking about the board games. This is a little rack for one of the games he was talking about that is made from a printer. This piece of plastic was printed. And you can make prosthetics for people who lose an arm or leg that are made exactly to fit them, or for your animal. They're made exactly. Yes, and they can make car parts with 3D printing. There is actually a technology that can print metal parts. And yeah, toys and sculptures and all sorts of stuff can be printed. Now, it's not really fast. It takes a while. But it can be done. And yeah, you can even print a house. A whole house that you can live in. It uses different materials. It's not plastic and metal. It's kind of this concrete stuff. But there is somebody who says in China that can print 10 houses, 10 identical houses in 24 hours with one machine. Wow. Wow. Can you imagine what that would do to solve our homeless problem? If we could just print a house for someone who needed it? Wow. Now these 3D homes, they're really quite simple things. They all look the same for one thing, you know. And but it's a good place to start. You don't have all the fancy bells and whistles that you do in your custom-built house, but you've got a lot going on. Now, when the people returned to Jerusalem after the exile, they rebuilt their temple. But what they built was kind of a 3D printed temple. It was very plain, and it was quite simple. They put the temple back up so they'd have a place to worship God. It was a good start. But it was in no way what they had in the heyday, when Jerusalem was really who they were meant to be. Haggai says, "Who is left among you that saw this house, the temple, in its former glory? How does it look to you now? Is it not in your sight as nothing?" In this plain, simple edifice, was this plain, simple, 3D printed temple all they could offer to God? Or could they give to God something more? Now, for ancient Israelites, Temple worship was very important. The temple was the center of worship. So the glory of the temple reflected the glory of God. Therefore, if the temple was just plain and boring and simple, then the people saw God as plain, boring, and simple, and unworthy. Now, if you've ever been to Europe, you've seen some of the cathedrals that are there. That beautiful cathedral, Notre Dame, caught on fire that they're going to rebuild, hopefully, to its former glory. Those were built to reflect the glory of God. But the Lord promises the people of Israel, the latter splendor of this house shall be greater than the former, he says. And in this place I will give you prosperity, says the Lord of hosts. God promises the temple that would eventually become would be full dimensional in the best sense of that term. And the people would return to their full worship, the great glory of the worship of God. Now, in spite of what they've done in Europe with the great temples, our church, the post-Pentecostal church, the Christian church, isn't the building. Not the nice buildings aren't a big plus. We have a place to gather for worship, and we want our place to reflect our love of God. But the church is the people. Remember the old Peter story? Here is the church, and here is the steeple. Open the door and see all the people. We're the people. The people are the church. So let's take a look at what it means to really be a three-dimensional church. Not a 3D printed church. There are three dimensions to the church. There are three dimensions to everything. There's breadth, depth, and height. Now, of these three, in recent years, churches have really concentrated on breadth. People have tried to make their churches more welcoming of such a greater range of people than historically have been true of the church. Now, some churches have done it by doing this, by adding contemporary services with rock music and flashing lights, and yes, even some of them have smoke. By making our bulletins more user-friendly, we've tried to do that. By preaching lots of love your neighbor and seeker-friendly sermons. By putting a coffee shop and pastry shop in the foyer. By not using words like narthex or sanctuary or chancel. In many churches, that's not the narthex, that's the lobby. It's much more friendly. By reaching out with a helping hand to our neighborhoods. Nothing wrong with that. By creating small groups that might be of interest to a whole wide range of people. Is this welcoming, user-friendly breadth all that the church is about? What about the height and the depth of the church? When I enter such a one-dimensional, bread-centered church, it feels like I'm going to a hotel, to a friendliness conference. We know it's possible to enjoy the culture and the fellowship of the church without developing any higher connection to the God of the church and to the universe. But then, when we're not connected to God, are we really the church? Or are we just a convention? So we need to focus on the height of our three-dimensional faith, the vertical connection with God. The author of the 61st Psalm, feeling lost and alone, prayed this: "Hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you are my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy." That rock that is higher than I, of course, is a metaphor for God. The psalmist knew that where he could find help and meaning for his life. Only by paying attention to that height dimension of his life could he find that which brought him security and peace and could enable the promise of his life to blossom. Without height, there's always something missing in church. If we're to be a church of more than one dimension, we must always be seeking God's guidance in worship. We must listen for the Word of God and what we hear. We must be pointing the coming generations and newcomers to that God, not just to our friendly church. And in our individual lives as well, we need to work on that dimension of height, praying, reading scriptures, meditating, spending time with God. And then depth is discipleship over the long haul. The prophet Habakkuk wrote, "The righteous will live by being faithful." In fact, that statement is the main point of the vision that God gave to Habakkuk. We looked at him last week. And it's the main point of what depth means to us people as a church. Remaining faithful is not the most exciting posture in today's world, which favors instant gratification. You can buy instant noodles, and 4 minutes later have a delicious lunch in your microwave oven. And then there's Amazon Prime. When I order something now from somebody that's not Amazon, and it takes a week to get here, we are such an instant society. We're not there for the long haul. The pastor and author Eugene Peterson writes, "One aspect of the world that I have been able to identify as harmful to Christians is the assumption that anything worthwhile can be acquired at once. We assume that if something can be done at all, it can be done quickly and efficiently. There is a great market for religious experience in the world. There is little enthusiasm for the patient acquisition of virtue, little inclination to sign up for the long apprenticeship in what early generations called holiness." Yeah, life is going to be hard. And sometimes there will be troubles. And yeah, evildoers will even come out on top. But it requires steady faithfulness to God, enduring trust in God's assurance, persevering reliance on God's strength. That, my friends, is the depth of our Christian faith. Hanging in there to go. So let us be a church and Christians in 3 dimensions. Height, connected to God, the source of everything. Depth, faithfulness to God for the long haul, even in difficult times. And breadth, welcoming everybody into our community. Will you pray with me? Gracious and loving God, we ask you to help us to live as your people. Help us to live connected to you. Help us to live even when it seems difficult, following your word in our lives. And God, help us to be a welcoming church, welcoming all into our faithful community. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
And she's having to live with Judy, to try and help her. Something's going on. She has to go to another doctor, and I don't know what it is, but it's not good.
So prayers for your friend. Sure we'll do that. This is an amazing story.
Back in August, when I signed up to be the lay reader today, I was a little late doing it, and this was the only date available, so I signed up for it. Then 8 weeks later, when my wife was talking to the scheduler for my surgery, all she said was, "Not on a Friday." And they said, "What about November 11th, Veterans Day, tomorrow?" The coincidence of this, I don't think is just a coincidence. I feel like that God had his hand in having me do this the day before my surgery.
We'll pray for your surgery tomorrow. Dan says it's my turn.
First candle. We talked about veterans and remembering them. This is in remembrance of my dad and Lewis's dad, who were both in the military. They were in the Army. Lewis was in Air Force ROTC, plus he worked many, many years as a civilian for the Navy. And then our oldest grandson is a Marine, and he just tied the knot yesterday. So he's married. So we have prayers and long wishes for Patrick and Kayla. The other thing, the double duty on this candle is partly in regards to Andy's sermon. It was really appropriate with the 3D parts, and I'm waiting for them to do 3D body parts now. For knees, for hearts, for lungs, for kidneys, like Lewis. And then this last candle is for Lewis. Like he said, he has surgery scheduled for tomorrow. It was supposed to start in the morning. Now we're in the middle of the afternoon, so hopefully it won't get pushed any later. I'd like to have prayers for him because we have some future challenges related to more spots in his kidney, also spots in his pancreas, and I think liver. Was your liver on the list? Okay, good. That's good. So anyway, we have some more future challenges all related to all of these spots and everything. So just lots of prayers for Lewis.
Well, Tuesday night I got a phone call from Andy and he sounded awful. He said, I'm sick and I can't go out with you Thursday, so to visit some of the shut-ins. And there's 3 names that if they come up in your mind, I would like that you make a prayer for them, because that means that you're being called upon to give them strength. And Paul Riggs, as you notice, isn't here today, but his sister passed away down in the Palm Springs area. So the family is down there with his sister. The Hendersons, Pat is continuing to heal on her broken leg, but that's not till November 2nd. So keep them in mind. And I got a call from Rachel, you know her as Etheridge, because I had asked her about her dad, Dwayne, and he is going to be making some big decisions in his future soon. So if Dwayne comes up in your mind, please give a call or a prayer for him.
Good morning. My background is I grew up as a Catholic, and I remember confirmation. And what is confirmation? And confirmation was making us soldiers in the army of Christ. And I think of it right now in terms of the holiday that's coming up. And to remind you that we are warriors. We are warriors in our faith. We are warriors in our prayers. We are warriors in our daily life. And just remember that each of us has a task to love one another. And we are warriors in the message of God's love. And that's all I have to say.
Several weeks ago, I asked for your prayers because thought I was going to have an eye implant in my eye. Well, the good news is after she started the surgery, no, you don't need an implant. All we need to do is scrape away all these scar tissues from a previous surgery, and guess what? My glaucoma pressure is now down in a very acceptable range. So let's just keep praying and continue that way, because I don't want to have to go through any more surgery.
I decided to go back to school. I think I'm crazy some days. I've been working on my credential to go back to school, and I'm now hit the point where I have my interview for my internship, which means I'm almost done with all my classes and I'm starting the next phase to get to my preliminary credential. And my interview is on Wednesday, and I'm a little nervous.
Great. Double.
This is related to the veterans, and I'm going to use my dad as an example. He retired from the Army after 23 years when they gave him a simple option: go to Vietnam or retire. So he retired. But later on, when he went into the Texas Veterans Home, he didn't believe he belonged in the Veterans Home. Why? Because he never saw combat. It doesn't matter whether or not you saw combat. You're there in a support role somehow or another for those that are. And if you weren't there, they couldn't do their job. So it's all veterans, whether you saw combat or not.
Let us continue in our prayers. Gracious God, we do thank you for all who have served. To protect this country, to protect our freedom, to worship you, to protect our freedom, to love one another in any way that we can. God, this morning we pray for those who we've mentioned that are heavy on our hearts, for those that are facing illnesses, that you will be with them. Give them strength, give them courage. Be with their doctors as they do the work that they are called to do. God, we thank you for good news and for Beulah's eye, that you continue to let it heal. We especially pray for Lewis tomorrow as he faces surgery, that they will find a way to heal him, to bring him back to the full health that he wants. Gracious God, we pray for all of our children in this world, that you will be with them and keep them safe. God, we ask all of these things in the name of Jesus, who taught us when we gathered together to pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and power, and the glory forever. Amen. lying in bed one night when the bulletin board above his bed fell off and smashed him flat. Totally flattened him, which was a scary thing for Stanley, except then he could be wrapped up and mailed to his grandparents instead of having to endure the long train ride. The name of the book is Flat Stanley. And you may hear about kids still sitting out Flat Stanleys to be signed to see how far their Flat Stanley can go. But I invite you not to be Flat Stanleys in your Christian walk, but to be fully three-dimensional, full of breadth, depth, and indeed height with God. And now may the grace and mercy and peace of God our Creator, God our Redeemer, and God our Sustainer be with you all this day and forevermore. Amen. Are you okay?
You gotta catch the chair before she gets away. Up there, the notes are small. You need to play games.
Trying to be like
You know, all people we tend to come out.
Andy, your whole crew has disappeared. All you've got is young people to help you now.
There are the freaking
he's trying to make guns, the rifles, that shoot 12 bullets per second.
Nerf guns?
Yeah, and then he also got one where you load one.
I'd like to try. What do you want? Have a history. Let me see what I can find. I'm not sure about a history. But I can find something. Let me see what I can find. You read something that you gave me something that was really good. Yeah, you know what that was? They're both big history guys. What do you need? So, That's what they want, but I can get a box for you. If you did 18 months, it'll be here today, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's for the current year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I should know. Feeling right away.
Oh, how long is a week?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. I feel better. Yeah. And you, sir,
I just
there's a link to the PayPal.
Yeah, but there wasn't, all it said was two, like I was sending him a message. But I talked to the fellow named Gary.
Gary, yeah.
Yeah, he emailed me if there's anything, and so I said, hey,
You
just,
also bring
if you
$2
could
a day
just,
out, yeah.
well, I said if you just send me an address, I'll mail a check, and then I'll take it. Yeah.
Good. Well, that'll be fun. Yeah, I'll get you my horn. It's not the prettiest one.
Well, they sound good. They have experience.
So maybe this weekend.
Sure, so okay.
Lunch or dinner on Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know what she told me this morning?
Is that one of those?
You know what she told me this morning? That she really liked going to the club on Wednesday. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, so she had a really good time. I'm happy for her.
Andy, this is Kathy Thomas.